It doesn't have to come to this.
But it always does.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 best Dexter kills. Beware of spoilers.
I was following my path.
So was I.
Number 20, Victor Bazkov. Mike Anderson is one of those rare cops in Dexter, sharp, principled, and just getting started at Miami Metro.
Probably right, but...
Still.
Sure, yeah, you should check it out.
Sadly, he's gunned down by Victor Bazkov, who's trying to cover up a crime. Mike wasn't that close to Dexter, but his death must have struck a nerve. So Dexter does what he does best. He investigates, tracks Victor down, and catches him right before he can skip the country. In a quiet airport bathroom, Dexter drugs him up and sets up the kill. Victor tries to bribe his way out, but we all know Dexter didn't come to negotiate. When Victor realizes this, he accepts his fate.
Is there anything I can do to keep you from killing me?
No.
Then get it over with!
Sure, a kill room at the airport sounds wild, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Dexter. Number 19, Nathan Martin. While Dexter claims to follow a code, he's bent the rule more than a few times, and Nathan Martin is proof. We first meet Martin at a supermarket where he shows too much interest in Astor.
He wanted to know what the Cheerios are.
Aisle 3, other side of the store. Ah, thanks.
If there's one thing Dexter's good at, it's spotting predators. After taking note of Nathan's license plate and doing some digging, he confirms his gut feeling. Still, Nathan doesn't stop there. He starts stalking Astor and taking photos. After a public confrontation, Dexter breaks into Nathan's home, and what he finds seals the deal. Driven by the fierce need to protect his children, Dexter strangles him. Honestly, we can't blame anyone who thinks it's a well-deserved death. Nathan had it coming.
Nobody hurts my children.
Number 18, Clint McKay. There's no denying that Clint McKay was an awful father. After the traumatic childhood Hannah had because of him, he comes back again, and for a moment it seems like he's changed.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't see any reason that you should. Not after everything I put you through. But it's important, you know, no matter what. I always loved you. I always will.
But no, he's just back for money. When Hannah doesn't hand it over, the monster resurfaces. He plows through her greenhouse with his truck and tears her down with harsh words. Then he resorts to blackmail. Code or no code, that's when Dexter decides he must die. Dexter ambushes him in a parking lot and dispatches his lover's father like any other target. Just before the fatal stab to the chest, Clint gets a glimpse of the devil inside Dexter.
You got the devil inside you, boy.
No, I think it's just me.
Sometimes being a jerk can get you killed. Number 17, Rankin. At first, Dexter was all about Harry's code, and in a twisted way, it made sense. But sometimes Dexter kills simply because he can't control that strong urge.
What's your problem?
Nothing.
That's exactly how Rankin becomes a victim. Like Clint McKay, Rankin's an obnoxious man, and he crosses Dexter at the worst possible time, while he's still dealing with Rita's death. This loudmouth hurls insults at Dexter, and when Dexter confronts him, he goes on to insult dead Rita. It's enough to unleash the beast.
I never meant to hurt her.
Though Rankin puts up a fight, a rage-filled Dexter bludgeons him without mercy. Another reason you should never pick a fight with a stranger. You never know what they're capable of. Number 16, George King. He was known for skinning them alive. He manages to evade capture for a while until he ends up on Dexter's radar thanks to Miguel, who hires him to kill Dexter.
George King. So Ramon wasn't the only one following me. I underestimated Miguel after all.
On Dexter's wedding day, King kidnaps him and prepares for torture. But this is Dexter's show after all, and the tables quickly turn when Dexter frees himself. What follows is a violent clash between these killers, made even more intense by the sound of approaching sirens. In the end, Dexter brutally snaps King's neck. If you ask us, it's an easy death for someone so cruel.
I heard you nab George King?
Yeah.
Great big scary contra boogeyman gets surrounded and takes the chicken shit way out.
Number 15. Ray Speltzer. When it comes to the most sadistic killers in Dexter, Ray Speltzer ranks high. Even after getting arrested, Speltzer walks free on a technicality.
The judge threw his confession out of court. He walked.
When?
2 hours ago.
Dexter takes matters into his own hands. Things get complicated when he ends up inside Speltzer's maze, but he figures out the game and escapes. By now, the tension is already at a boiling point, and we're eagerly awaiting Speltzer's downfall. It finally comes when Dexter lures him to the cemetery, and one shovel hit later, Speltzer wakes up on Dexter's table. Taunting him like he did his victims, Dexter stabs him before shoving him into the flames of the crematorium.
Goodbye, friends.
Brutal, but deserved. Number 14. Mike Donovan. To the outside world, Donovan was just a nice preacher helping the underprivileged in his community.
There he is. Mike Donovan. He's the one.
But behind the holy facade was a perverted killer who targeted young boys and has already taken several lives. After doing his research, Dexter finally confronts him with photos of his victims. Though Donovan pleads that he can't help himself, Dexter isn't buying it.
I couldn't help myself. I couldn't. Please, you have to understand.
Trust me, I definitely understand. See, I can't help myself either.
He delivers his own brand of punishment, executing the kill with precision and disposing of the body neatly. It's a standout moment because it's our introduction to Dexter's dark impulses and his ruthless code. Number 13. Ken Olsen. If you're trying to copy a killer like Dexter Morgan, you better be flawless. Otherwise, you'll end up on his table. That's exactly what happened to this sloppy copycat who claimed to be the Bay Harbor Butcher.
I think you're a ticking time bomb. You ask me, you just needed a reason to take the law into your own hands. And the butcher was the perfect excuse.
But impersonation wasn't the major reason Dexter killed him. Under the disguise of being Dexter's other identity, Ken Olsen had killed 2 people and tried to kill a third, his boss. For Dexter, killing is permitted by his code, not personal gain. But Olsen, he killed for himself. So Dexter hunted him down, showed him what a real kill room looked like, and decided there could only be one dark defender in Miami.
Well, I mean, I knew you weren't gonna kill me.
No, I'm gonna kill you. I have to. I just don't need to.
Number 12. Joe Walker. Being a jerk in high school might be forgivable, but being a jerk who kills your own wife to dodge an expensive divorce? That's a whole different level.
Hey, I was sorry to hear about Janet. Yeah, that was tough. But I understand you kind of went through the same thing. Yeah, it's true. We both lost our wives way too early.
Joe Walker crosses that line, and karma catches up with him in the form of Dexter at their high school reunion. After confirming that Janet Walker didn't take her own life, Dexter lures Joe into a shed where things go sideways. The two brawl, but Dexter proves he's the better fighter. What's darkly funny about Walker's death is his rants about how divine justice would protect him.
You cannot kill me, for God is a mighty fortress.
Joe, please stop.
Dexter's answer? A giant sledgehammer to the head. For someone who spent his life playing the tough guy, Joe did not see that coming. Number 11. Santos Jimenez. If Santos Jimenez and his crew hadn't murdered Dexter's mother and left him lying in the pool of her blood, maybe things would have turned out different. So if anyone deserves a spot on Dexter's table, it's this notorious drug dealer.
This is gonna be awkward. But I need to tell you how I feel.
No, what you need to do is leave, because you've been eyeballing me all night.
34 years after Laura Moser's murder, Dexter tracks him down to his tavern, but fails to finish the job. Instead of backing off, Jimenez makes the big mistake of coming after Dexter. Dexter then lures him out of his cabin and onto his table. Jimenez goes from begging to threats, but Dexter kills him in the same way he killed his mother.
It's kind of fitting, don't you think?
What goes around comes around.
Number 10. Matt Caldwell. Dexter spent years resisting the urge to kill, so the return to his instincts had to be worth the wait.
If you had died first, I would have been lost in the world without you. You're a changed man. Almost 10 years without a kill.
Having decided not to get involved with Matt Caldwell, the entitled son of villainous Kurt Caldwell, Dexter is infuriated when Matt nearly shoots him and takes the life of a deer he was attached to. After he captures Matt, Dexter feels a return to his former self, as if his true persona is seeping back in.
You think you can get away with that? Again, not the first time.
Wait, you're a serial killer?
I was.
Although the kill room is crudely put together, the essence of a Dexter ritual can be felt when he gets Matt to admit to his sins.
It's true, I admit it. I was wrong. I was wrong. Just please. You shot my deer! And you almost killed me!
The moment after he ends Matt is memorable because we finally see Dexter acknowledge who he truly is.
Hello, Dexter Morgan.
Number 9. Lila West. Lila Tournay, or Lila West, is a toxic influence on Dexter, which he realizes after she tries to eliminate Rita and the kids. She seals her own fate after causing the demise of James Dokes. Knowing that finishing Lila off is now an option, Dexter's first attempt fails, but he makes sure he gets another. Despite Lila's escape to France, Dexter arrives to incapacitate her.
Dexter,
You wanted to be close to me, Lila. This is the most I have to offer.
I can't feel my legs and my body.
Good.
In a rare act of mercy, he makes her last moments painless, although Dokes is avenged. After watching Lila destroy Dexter's life and eliminate the innocent Dokes, it's worth seeing her get what she had coming.
You killed an innocent man.
I did it for you.
It also fits into Dexter and Lila's twisted romance, with Lila receiving the grand gesture she kept wanting Dexter to make for her.
You taught me to accept what I am. And to trust in the one thing I know with absolute clarity.
Number 8. Travis Marshall, the Doomsday Killer.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to kill her, Beth.
Oh!
You're testing our faith.
Travis Marshall becomes the Doomsday Killer when he's convinced himself he's on a divine mission of killing people. Travis and Dexter's conflict reaches its breaking point when he abducts Dexter's son, which makes things very personal. Dexter ends up outsmarting Travis to capture him in order to bring an end to Travis with poetic justice.
I've known people who believed in God. They would never use their faith as a convenient excuse to kill 10 people. You used God.
The conversation preceding the kill is what makes the big impression, as Dexter and Travis share their contrasting beliefs in faith and the inevitable.
I am a father, a son, a serial killer.
You're going to burn in hell.
There's a definite sense of tension during this sequence as Deborah's arrival is imminent, which leaves a whole lot of ambiguity in the air when the killing blows land. Travis's demise leaves the season with a perfect mix of shock and intrigue.
Oh, God.
Number 7. Boyd Fowler. Dexter is more of a vigilante in the 5th season, where he takes down the gang behind the Barrel Girl killings.
Much worse. Normally having a target would make me feel good. Give me direction, a sense of purpose, but now...
Uncovering the finisher's identity, Dexter falls into a tight situation when Boyd manages to simultaneously render him unconscious. However, he eventually outsmarts Boyd at his house, creating a makeshift kill room to maintain his ritual. Dexter even describes Boyd's victims to him since he doesn't have his stock of photos.
They were young, just starting their lives. Now they're floating in formaldehyde and stuffed into barrels, strewn around a swamp.
Having recently lost his wife, Rita, Dexter sees this as his way to carry on with his life and deliver retribution to men who find pleasure in harming female victims.
I've recently suffered a loss. My wife was murdered by someone like you. Someone like me. Turned my life upside down.
We're encouraged to root for Dexter because of Boyd's lack of remorse, and it's grimly fitting that he meets a gruesome end, just like his victims did.
I did him a favor. They were all suffering, and I put them out of their misery.
Yeah, you'll be doing one more favor tonight.
Number 6. Dr. Emmett Meridian. A psychiatrist who gained a sadistic sense of pleasure by influencing women in power to take their own lives, Emmett Meridian falls on Dexter's radar.
You took women who trusted you at their weakest possible moment, but rather than help them, you suggested they end it all. God, you even gave them permission to use a gun.
Funny enough, the sessions Dexter undergoes just to get close to Meridian actually end up helping, although they're still not good enough to get the doctor off the hook.
It's all good, Doctor. I even stopped worrying about that friend of mine who's been out of touch. You can't control other people, you know?
This is a real breakthrough. You should be proud of yourself.
I am proud.
Dexter chooses to scare Meridian before capturing him, openly admitting to being a serial killer, and then making his move.
I'm not joking. I kill people. Whew. There it is again.
You should try it.
The kill is mainly significant because it's one of the first times that Dexter's code borders on vigilantism, as he ensures the doctor doesn't emotionally manipulate anyone else.
You're awake? Shall we analyze your dreams? No. That's right, you've already told me everything I need to know.
It's a mixture of dark comedy and the thrill that Dexter evokes whenever a plan comes together perfectly. Number 5, Zoe Kruger. While Dexter isn't supposed to be a good person, his actions do often deliver justice where it should have been served.
Leave me alone.
You threatened me.
You think that was a threat?
When are you gonna murder me too? Like you murdered your family? Your own daughter?
Dexter deduces Zoe Kruger as the person who took the life of her own child and blamed it on her husband, and realizes she's a shrewd tactician who's onto him.
She's going to make it look like I walked in on a home robbery, got myself killed. She's good at creating the narrative of a crime.
Zoe proves to be a tough target for Dexter to catch before successfully luring her to his house and then capturing her. Zoe is the victim who confirms to Dexter that he truly appreciates having a family and that there might be monsters worse than him out there.
I couldn't breathe.
You did it to survive.
You understand?
Dexter makes Zoe realize that her actions were an excuse to run away from responsibility, and in his way, taking her life is Dexter being responsible.
You will choose your life over theirs.
I won't. I'd rather risk them knowing the truth than lose them.
Number 4, Oliver Saxon, the brain surgeon. The villain who deals Dexter's life in Miami the overwhelming blow is Oliver Saxon, also known as the brain surgeon.
I don't need to kill you.
Then don't. Walk away.
I will.
Dexter manages to catch Saxon, but lets Deborah apprehend him. This comes back to haunt Dexter, as Deborah eventually ends up brain dead after Saxon's attack on her.
Is she going to recover?
It's possible that she could breathe on her own, but she won't be able to eat without a feeding tube. And according to the brain scans, she won't be able to think.
Filled with vengeance, Dexter arrives at the jail under the pretense of doing his job. In a chilling show of Dexter's mastery in killing, he outright tells Saxon his intentions to finish him off with a pen.
Foolish dream that I could have a happy life.
Is that why you're here? Tell me all this.
No, I'm here to kill you with that pen.
This leads to a fight to the death where Dexter delivers on his promise. As the final villain in the original series, Saxon gets a distinct and memorable send-off, while the kill itself is cathartic for Dexter for the retribution he gains.
I wanted to make sure everything was handled perfectly, by the book, no mistakes. And I wanted to look him in the eye.
Number 3, Miguel Prado. Miguel becomes Dexter's best friend after Dexter learns he accepts him for his dark passenger.
It's like there was an imbalance in the world, and we righted it with our own hands.
He was deserving.
I don't know, I feel real, like maybe for the first time in my life.
As it turned out, Miguel was using Dexter from the beginning so he could become a killer himself, with the two falling out big time. When Miguel targets Maria LaGuerta, Dexter steps in to put an end to the monster he's made.
I'm not like them.
You are. Admit it.
I'm like you.
No. I know I'm a monster.
Ambushing Miguel where he thought he was going to find Maria, Dexter then straps his former friend to his kill table. This moment brings out the real Miguel, whose lies to sway Dexter's intentions fall on deaf ears.
Friends forgive.
Friends forgive.
But I don't forgive you.
Miguel's elimination confirms Dexter's status as the apex predator, with their relationship brought to a close through an appropriately violent end.
You're a little freak! You think I'm done with you? You think this ends here? It doesn't!
It does for you.
Number 2, Brian Moser, the ice truck killer. This is Dexter's most heartbreaking kill. Brian is his own brother.
You remember now?
Piney.
You always had trouble saying Brian.
I have a brother.
A real brother.
After learning Deborah's boyfriend is actually the ice truck killer, his brother masquerading with a different identity to get close to Dexter, Dexter nearly gives in to Brian's proposal to team up. However, he has no choice but to turn the tables on Brian when he realizes that Brian intends to take Deborah's life.
Don't say that.
I'm very fond of her.
You can't be a killer and a hero.
It doesn't work that way!
While Dexter is usually gleeful when he has someone on the kill table, this one plays like a true tragedy.
The only one I ever wanted to set free.
That needs setting free, little brother. Your life is a lie.
Having seen Dexter claim that he can't feel human emotions, we watch as he breaks down after ending his brother for good.
Sorry. I can't hear you more. You're right.
It's incredible how the show makes us feel bad for 2 serial killers in one scene. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into settings and switch on your notifications. Number 1, Arthur Mitchell, the Trinity Killer. The Trinity Killer's death is something that fans looked forward to the whole season. Arthur Mitchell's reign of terror comes to an end when Dexter ambushes him.
Hello, Arthur Mitchell.
He's brought to a unique kill room adorned by the pictures of the many people Arthur slew over the years, along with reminders of his childhood. The most interesting aspect of this kill is how Arthur gradually shifts from horror to complete acceptance of his fate.
You can't control the demon inside of you any more than I could control mine.
Did you ever actually try?
Oh my God, yes.
It's to the point where Dexter feels the shift in control and brings an end to the Trinity Killer and thinks he's won.
Now it's over.
Arthur's acceptance is understood when Dexter returns home to find his own wife dead, thus adding an additional layer of horrifying subtext to the Trinity Killer's death scene.
I accept nothing. Nothing is inevitable.
It's already over. It's already over.
What do you think is the best Dexter kill? Let us know in the comments.
No, Mr. Jimenez. I'm gonna kill you tonight.